And on to new news. I want to make sure I say this correctly. And on to more news, new news. The Meghan show. The Meghan show. Hello, everyone out there. I hope that you're having a wonderful Friday. I am a little bit as close by, so don't be surprised if you see her peek around the corner. Well, what a web we weave when we try to deceive. Omid Scubby. I didn't actually realize that he was actually blaming the translators. Like, word on the street is, and not allegedly either, Omid Scobie blamed the translators for putting those names in the book. Knowing all along he sent a copy over there with Catherine and their names in it. People don't even want to repeat the names. It's hard to even say Catherine or King Charles. If you notice, people don't even, especially Americans and the UK, we're not even talking about that story a little bit, not so much anymore, but we are. That story won't ever go away. But word on the street is Meghan is struggling in Hollywood. You don't say. Oh, God, she's got people lined up wanting to work with her. No, Meghan will probably be able to get those little contracts, but she's not going to be able to get those big, tall, juicy ones like Netflix and Spotify and Audible and Dior and the TIG and whatever else. Oh, she's going to produce a whole movie. She done went from a royal to a D-lister. She went from a D-lister to a royal to a senator, from a senator to an influencer, a book writer, an author, a mother, a philanthropist, curing world hunger, and now she's going to produce a whole movie. No, I think it's time for her and Harry and Obi to come out and start apologizing for their latest antics. These were antics. Their latest antics, their latest debacle, their latest failure was to think that saying those two names was going to get us riled up and stirred up for a very long time. The dust has settled on that, and we're over the lie, and now we want to know who said it, why, and why is those names being spread around. We still are. That's not going to go away. Now come to find out, oopsie doopsie, Obi Scobie, guess what? He did put the names in the book. He did send that version over to be translated. Oh, wow. Like that was some big secret. This is the Meghan show. The Meghan show. It's the Meghan show. Anything will happen over here. A 2-hour car chase in Manhattan. Let's see what's going on out there. Let's just see what's going on. This is, you can't make this up. You can't write this up. I did went ahead and post that second video. It's just, I probably went too deep, but hopefully I didn't, because I respect everyone's opinion, and I just wanted to make sure I was clear on why I said what I said, because it does make it probably seem like oh, the UK is always talking about Meghan. No, not in that sense. What I'm saying is that she is it's different. She comes a dime a dozen. That's all I can say, is that there's other people out there that's doing things that we're more interested in than Meghan in a parking lot, or Meghan in a book that she says she didn't write. She wrote this book. It looks like Esther Cracker, which I hope I'm saying her name correctly, has her own show. Congratulations to her. Let's see what she's got going on.
Finally admitted that he did write the names of the so-called Omid Scobie appears to have finally admitted that he did write the names of the so-called royal racists in an early version of Endgame. The Sussex's favored royal reporter once again insisted on blaming a Dutch publisher for the scandal that has led to Buckingham Palace considering legal action. But he's now revealed translators in the Netherlands were sent an early uncleared manuscript that was never updated and had not been pored over by his legal team. Curious that. This troubling revelation comes amid reports that Meghan's Hollywood relaunch is not going according to plan and may...
Meghan's Hollywood relaunch. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I'm gonna let it show. I may need to start over. I'm really too goofy on this one. I usually, when I get this goofy, I just start over. But hey, we're gonna roll with it. Her Hollywood who? Meghan's Hollywood branding, Hollywood comeback ain't happening. That is the most important thing to Meghan, besides looking like she's extremely important than everybody else. Of course, because that's what the security is about. And then, not having to pay for it because she feels like she's privileged to have it. And they shouldn't have took it away from her because she's the Duchess of Sussex. No, Duchess of Sussex, what are you going to do in Hollywood to continue your livelihood and make money over your girlfriend? What's next? You're going to have to... Listen, in order for you to be able to keep up with the lifestyle, with the who's and who's, you're going to have a to-do. And right now, you don't have a to-do. I don't have a to-do either while I'm talking. I'm working on my to-do, though. She is, too. When I do go back to work, guys, I will get my station will be updated and all that other good stuff. But I don't know how many videos I will be able to put out because life will be very busy with the new job and learning everything. So just a little who's out there. Oh my God, her Hollywood comeback. They're talking about it. Her Hollywood comeback. People don't like to see her trash her family and then just completely ignore the other one. She loves talking about her husband's family because they're the who's. But when it comes to her family, she's like she's silent. She has nothing to say about that. You can feel and tell the hurt that Meghan has, the way she has treated her family, her brother and her sister. You can feel the pain and the hurt there. And at the point where they don't even believe her behavior at this point. I'm a little shocked by it, but I'm kind of shocked that they would be shocked. Like, you didn't know your sister was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? And Thomas Markle's defense, he did warn you, Harry. He told you, hey you do. Don't you marry that girl. You're going to have hell on earth. And what has he been doing? Pretending he's happy. You can pretend all you want to, but ain't nobody happy in that stuff. I don't care what you say. No. That ain't happiness. That is what you call in jail. When he was talking about he was going to his freedom, he was going to jail. He went to jail, honey. Now you got to figure out how you're going to keep up with your wife's lifestyle, her Gucci and her Birkin bag and her $100 outfits. Like, how are you guys going to keep up with that? And security and the $15 million home. Not that it's any of my business, but you're the one looking for work. You're the one who hasn't had your Hollywood comeback. Maybe because you talk too much and the WME is sick of you and they have told you to stop. One journalist came back and said, like a couple of weeks ago, they said that Meghan needs a good team of people around her to help her because the decisions that she's making are not wise. She has a team beside her. She has WME. That is the team. But unfortunately, the team has failed. They did all that publicity. They had her at the Kevin Costner show. They had her at the Navy SEAL place. She had a whole mental health day all to herself. She had a whole mental day in New York all by herself where she had that 7-car convoy going around one street parking and letting her out like she was the president of the United States of America. That moment. They did all of that. They got her into the concerts and stuff to go here and here and hang around the who's. She goes and flip-de-doo. That's what she did. She went and flip-de-doo. Got her name tied to that she said that they were racist. Mm-hmm. Who else? That's what OB said. He said he got the letters from Meghan, and in the letters it named Catherine and King Charles. WME. And so WME, that's where Obi got his information from Meghan. So they already know that she's playing games because they already told her to shut the hell up. They did. WME told her, listen, we're going to separate you from your husband because we're going to separate you from the royals, because they already knew that Meghan was walking in the door talking about how she hates his family and what all that they did to her while she was there for those 15 minutes. And WME said, listen, leave that at home. Don't bring that here about who was racist against you and what all happened, those 15 minutes of fame. Let it go. Because if you don't, you're going to ruin yourself. And sure enough, she got to talking in a book. I didn't do it. My name isn't on it. She's trying to manipulate WME. And WME is like, ain't this some stuff? They know exactly who's doing it. They said they were very disappointed in the situation. I would be too. Let me repeat that. So, WME is looking at Meghan and saying, okay, so you use a pet, one of your pets, OB, to write a book, write some information about your in-laws again. And then you're going to pretend to us like you had nothing to do with it. You're not, no, that's how I would approach her. I wouldn't approach her with no, we understand and, how this could happen. We're just disappointed. No, I would confront her head on. I cannot continue to serve you and work for you if you, what is this on my face? I thought, okay, sorry. Sorry about that. Told you she was close by. I cannot continue to support you and to bring your reputation up to par when you continue to destroy it. Our efforts are voided and you're making our job harder than what it needs to be because of your deception, because of your manipulation, because of your determined to take down a family that is not even looking your way in your direction, not calling you, doesn't have anything to say to you, is moving on with their lives, trying to focus on their people while Meghan is over here chit-chatting. No, it's over. They should fire you. I'm sure they told her, you got one more chance. No, it's over. How are you gonna resurrect this? You spend all that time getting her all those charity gigs for her to squander it. What else did she do? Oh, okay, she didn't write the book. those are those people that are saying, how is this and how is that happening? Question it. It's good. It's good too. Okay? That's why she ain't going nowhere with no brand. What brand? The main reason why Meghan came over here to live in the United States of California. The main reason why she's over here to brand herself, to become the greatest, to become a royal over here in the United States. I don't think Meghan thinks that she's done anything wrong. I think that she's sitting there telling WME that it's their fault. That's what happened. It's not me. It's always, if we put that in the book, then denounce it. I think not. Just like Lady C said. Filthy. Hold on. It's unraveling. That's what I heard. It's unraveling. Everything is unraveling. Oh, Muscovy and the lie that he didn't put that name in there. Meghan trying to halfway, not really distancing herself, is falling apart. Her WME thing is hanging on by a thread. That's what they're talking about. Let's see. Maybe we might be able to do
Hollywood relaunch is not going according to plan and may already have been a Dutch publisher for the scandal that has led to Buckingham Palace considering legal action. But he's now revealed translators in the...
Okay, so according to an inside source, Meghan, they're coming for you. You have finally managed to do something to piss everybody off this time with you knowing it. You got someone that wants to strip you of your titles that is going to Parliament. We should be hearing something soon. Then we're hearing that the palace may be suing you, suing something, doing an investigation on something, because enough is enough, pointing the fingers at the royal family. And I can't help but to think that maybe Catherine knows a secret that we don't know. That, you know what, we're coming for you, Meghan. This is it. That was your last time. Because to me, they need to show strength. And I don't know why that's important, but they already show strength. But they need to shut her down. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. And it's not about retaliation. It is about just making her be quiet. Because her allegations and things that she says and does is false. And now Omid Scobie can't even keep his story straight. Now he's talking. Remember, the names were not in the book. He never wrote them down. Now all of a sudden, weedy woo. The names were in a book that he sent. Of course it was. How else was it? Who did you think? What did he think? He sounded like Jesse Mullet a little bit, doesn't it? Crying wolf. No, I didn't do it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And follow Meghan. Follow the paper trail. You will lead right back to Meghan. I didn't do this, WME. I didn't do this. This isn't me. Yeah, it's you. Oh, yeah. You wanted us to know, honey, baby. But you didn't want to be the one. You didn't want it to come out of your mouth, because then it would have made it seem really petty. But it did come out of your mouth. And that's why we're looking in your direction. And people are going to be... Anger is finished. People are still... Listen, it's still taking us a little bit to get out of the shock. And then you got Harry on the other end. He's got stuff going on. So you can't really deal with Meghan and her shenanigans right now, because you're trying to figure out the court case information. And then you got the court case going on. And then you got over here, Omid Scobie over here lying, talking about what he didn't do. So there's a lot going on here. And if you don't stay with the story, you will miss it. Tune in to Telling It How I See It, the Meghan Show. Let's get back to it.
Netherlands were sent an early reporter insisted on blaming a Dutch publisher for the scandal that has led to Buckingham Palace considering legal action. But he's now revealed translators in the Netherlands were sent an early uncleared manuscript that was never updated and had not been poured over by his legal team. Curious that. This troubling revelation comes amid reports that Meghan's Hollywood relaunch is not going according to plan and may already have been scuppered by the backlash over it.
What's going on with the girl brand?
Over by his legal team. Curious that. This troubling revelation comes amid reports that Meghan's Hollywood relaunch is not going according to plan and may already have been scuppered by the backlash over Endgame. Despite recently signing with a Los Angeles mega agent, experts suggest the scandal may well have tarnished her reputation and made her too hot to handle. Now, I find it interesting that Omid Scobie has been, he said in his statement, unbeknownst to me. So he had to cover himself by saying, it's still not my fault, even though somehow the Dutch translators got names in the manuscripts and no one else got names, only they did. So either he had it in his mind to publish the names in the first scripts, or he expected the to take it out upon further review.
Maybe they read his mind and then the translators telepathically knew what Omid Scobie wanted, and they put it in a book for him. Maybe that happened.
I don't know. He's clearly just...
Maybe Saint Nick came down from the chimney and did it.
He said...
Maybe Saint Nick... Hey, Obi. Maybe Saint Nick came down through the chimney and did it for you and Meghan as a favor. As just a good gesture. Because you wanted us to know. That's the key. They wanted us to know. If they didn't want us to know, he wouldn't have done what he did. And so, although we're talking about, this is so good. This is, to me, you can't but dig deep. You ain't got to dig deep. It's right on the surface. And look at the lies and the deception and the manipulation all playing out with Meghan. Like, that's all she does 24/7, 7 days a week. Plot, plan, manipulate, and bully all day long. That's what she does. That's it. This is sad. It's not a happy-go-lucky fairy tale. This is far from a fairy tale. There is nothing fairy tale-ish about this life that she lives.
In his statement, unbeknownst to me. So
He
he
didn't
had to
know.
cover himself by saying it's still not my fault, even though somehow the Dutch translators got names in the manuscripts, and no one else got names. Only they did. So either he had it in his mind to publish the names in the first scripts, or he expected the legal team to take it out.
He's lying to us. He's lying to the public. So with his book being just released and he wants us to read it, how are we supposed to believe anything that you say? How are we supposed to believe what you wrote in the book is genuine and true and not something that Meghan wrote? Huh? I just want to know how we are supposed to get past the fact that he continues to lie every time he gets a moment to us. He's lying to us. And if you're lying to us, what else will you lie about, Meghan? And so now it's everybody else's fault in the book. It does not have the same weight as the Netflix, as the Spare book, as any of the things that Meghan and Harry has done, because people have moved on and we don't believe them. And the story of victims has gone too far, to a point where it's shut down. No one cares. No one's talking about, not over here. No. You're not the damsel in distress. There's something sick wrong with you, like that gentleman said the other day. There's something sick about this entire thing that she does. It's sick. It's a game. And why would you play with names in a book? Why would you accidentally put it in there? Why would you almost do it? No, you did it because you wanted us to know. Meghan wanted us to know. And it all roads lead back to her. And that's probably why, little Missy, because WME ain't stupid. And they're trying to let you know that we're not stupid either. That we know that you had a hand in this. And since you did that, you have managed to ruin read, but she's not reading the room like she never does. If she had read the room, she would have known that we was going to blame her. We told her a long time ago that we were going to blame her if it was another bash fest. We were predicting it. Let's go back to predict day. Oh, what I said, I think she would be an idiot, an idiotic fool, to look like she wants to name or say anything about someone was racist in that book. I did. I said I would be shocked, because didn't she see the Oprah effect? Didn't she see the Netflix effect? Didn't she see all those other effects? Honey. She is so cute. I want one more. I do. I want one more. I need one more. I need one more baby. Anyway, I know I was hot. I know I was saying something. No, they wanted us to know. They did this on purpose. Meghan hasn't come out and debunked it and said that this isn't, I didn't say this. This is not how. WME is not a fool, and they know that she's behind this shenanigans. And so they are upset with her. Follow the paper trail. This is what I was saying, that we were all predicting, would she do this? Would it be a bash fest again? Or we were saying that it would be. And then come to find out it is, which shocks me. I'm telling you, I think I'm still in shock. I think I'm still in the shock stage. And I'm going to skip right past I don't care. And no matter who she named, it would have made no difference to me, because it's all a lie. So shock, probably pissed off. And no, I'm not pissed off, because this is her MO. This is what she does. Not pissed off, but just disappointed. No, I'm not disappointed. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on the next thing. I'm waiting on what's next for her, Charles. You better put your armor up because Meghan doesn't play fair at all. And although this is ruining her reputation, it still affects yours and the country. But what I do believe, Kinsley said this, when you, because I said it, not that she said it because I said it, but when you attack the royal family, you attack the UK, you attack UK too. You can't separate the monarchy from the people. It's all one, I believe. I do believe that. And so when Trader Harry came over here, he, it's just too bad, ain't it? Okay, hold on, guys. A little bit better take a nap.
Further review, I don't know. He's clearly just a pathological liar, and he should be paid no mind. But I don't think, or he expected the legal team to take it out upon further review. I don't know. He's clearly just a pathological liar. And he should be paid
Called him a pathological liar. She said that's just what he is.
But I don't think that actually this book is as negative to the Sussexes as it's being claimed. I'm surprised by their silence because after all, the whole reason why this whole royal racist story has blown up is because of the Netflix documentary and because of the Oprah Winfrey. Oh my God, they questioned the color of our mixed race baby and all of that. So I'm surprised.
She said, "Oh, they mentioned they said something about the color of my skin. Oh, it's over." That's what it sounds like. If any of us take that conversation seriously, it just makes us look weird. That conversation that whoever had about the skin color is so obsolete at this point. It is. Daddy's getting you some milk. More? You just did? Oh God. Oh my gosh. She's gonna be a cow. You're gonna have too much. You're gonna have milk syndrome.
Finally admitted that
my baby can drink milk. I can't keep it in the house. My mom said I need to just get a cow. This is your 2% milk. She drinks it. He just gave her a whole bunch of milk. I gave her some milk. That's why I was like, maybe give her like a snack or some, a snack. So sorry. Intermission. Okay, let's go.
Backlash over Endgame. A Dutch publisher for the scandal that backlash over Endgame. Despite recently signing with a Los Angeles mega agent, experts suggest the scandal may well have tarnished her reputation and made her too hot to handle. Now, I find it interesting that Omid Scobie has been, he said in his statement, unbeknownst to me. So he had to cover himself.
Okay, so we went through that.
I don't think that actually this book, or he expected the legal team to take it out upon further review. I don't know. He's clearly just a pathological liar, and he should be paid no mind. But I don't think that actually this book is as negative to the Sussexes as it's being claimed. I'm surprised by their silence because after all, the whole reason why this whole royal racist story has blown up is because of the Netflix documentary and because of the Oprah Winfrey. Oh my God, they questioned the color of our mixed race baby and all of that. So I'm surprised they don't want to keep the saga going. They must have enough money in their coffers. But to say that this has affected Meghan's relaunch or her agent dropping her is ridiculous. As much as it pains me to say she's back, she is, anything she touches, there will be publicity following it.
Yes, but like, what do you mean as far as what level of bank? Like millions? No, what? Try it. Come out with the Lake movie. Produce it. See what happens to it. See how far it goes. See what actresses and actors are gonna play in it. I don't believe she's a money-making machine. I'm sorry. Show me the money.
It's mad to drop her as a client. She could literally fart in a bag and sell it.
But she is condemned to being a sort of reality star. She could never be an actor again. No one would ever believe her because she's always out there. You couldn't present her as the next James Bond, for example.
Yeah, can you see her in the James Bond movie? She's his lady. How many people would not go see that? How many people would be disappointed that he picked her? Oh my God.
Even the baddie.
She's there laughing.
She's so out the actor again. No one would ever believe her because she's always out there. You couldn't present her as the next James Bond, for example. She would just...
Yeah, there's no mystery to her. You kind of just know she's a fraud, fake, manipulator, and all that other stuff. She is a rebel. That is true. But we see her so much, there's nothing really to see. I haven't seen Kevin Costner since. I heard that he might be dating somebody. That's news. He's already dating someone? Dang, that was quick. They just broke up. Was she already in the wing? Sorry, I'm just... Okay. I'm going to put for the description, Goofy video, okay? Goofy Friday video. Janet Bond.
She's just so out there, actor again. No one would ever believe her because she's always out there. You couldn't present her as the next James Bond, for example. She would just be unbelievable. Janet Bond. Even the baddie. She's just so
Rachel
out there
Bond.
all the time. She's condemned to just reality TV for the rest of her natural.
She is.
That's definitely the case. There's talk of her running for the presidency.
Which is even worse.
But that could be in the pipeline.
And also, let's face it, I mean, you look back, there was so much sniffing when Ronald Reagan got in as being president of the United States. And everybody went, what can an actor do?
No. This is different. Meghan will never have anybody's interest at heart other than herself. That would be a very self-centered, selfish presidency ever. Everything will be done because of Meghan wanted it to and how it affects her.
Well, he can act. He can do really well.
Oh, we're gonna bomb the UK. Something stupid like that. Joking. We're gonna take down the UK because they said something about me in the paper.
As long as he's got all the right people around him. All I would say from this shenanigans with Endgame is that you do wonder if they've got the right advisors behind them, whether they've got the right people saying, you should do this or you should do that. Because actually, if they'd have come out a bit, unless... See, there she goes saying that same stuff I just said, that they got a team of people, right? No, Meghan is her team. Okay? She's the team. She says what goes, what we do, what we say, where we go, how high, how far, everything. No. WME is pissed off. They are supposed to be her team. They are supposed to be that group of people that's supposed to keep her reputation up here and to make sure that any bad publicity comes her way, they knock it down. But no, that is not the case. So that's what they're there for. I know I'm right. And she's telling these people what to do. They're not telling. She's in control. She thinks she can tell them what to do. No, I'm going down the street in that parking lot. No, you're not, Meghan. Don't do that. You're going to look desperate. No, I want to go in the parking lot. And she will go. Don't talk about the royals anymore, Meghan. I know that they told her that. Because she went in there talking about the royals as if they had anything to do with her brand. I can just see it, yes. And Catherine was so jealous of me. And they said, listen, we're cutting that off. And she went right back to it. No, Catherine did this to me and Catherine did that to me. And Catherine's in a whole nother country doing her own thing. And Meghan is all the way over here knocking on Catherine's door and messing with her for no other reason but because she's jealous. That's pure jealousy that you have a friend of yours named the racist. You gave this pet of yours information about the royal family that you lied about, some petty conversation that no one would even blink or think twice to think that it was considered racism. And like someone said, that's the only thing that you can conjure up how you experienced racism, and it wasn't even on a first-hand basis. So third, fourth person kind of point of view, like what? They said what? By the time it got to you, it was probably so twisted, and then you retwisted it. And now you got people calling Catherine, and not calling, but I'm pointing the fingers at them because of your shenanigans. The games that you play. I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to her as I'm WME. I said I was no longer going to be talking directly to her in this phone. No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about WME would say to you. That's who. Not me. We're just sitting here watching the show. Hold on, guys. No, Meghan's bossy. She tells people what to do. She tells her husband where to go and where to sit and how high. Why is she, well, I can't say if she's in court with him or not because he's over there lying. He over there talking about how they didn't change the story again about why they left the royal family. I don't know anymore. You just have to pick because she keeps changing the story. First, it was because she was suicidal. Then it was because the media was after her. Then it was because the royal family was after her. And then it was, then at one point they were trying to force them to stay by withholding stuff from them. I mean, the story just goes on and on in a peculiar weirdness on how they met too. Something about Instagram and there was a picture. Quit trying to change the story to make it sound better. Here, let's move on. I went too deep.
With behind them, whether they've got the right people saying you should do this or you should do that. Because actually, if they'd have come out a bit, unless they actually did collude, of course.
They did
with Mr. Scobie. Is it Scobie?
Scobie.
Okay.
Scobie.
It's Scooby-Doo. Oh God! I didn't know I was gonna. It's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. And that's what I think of when I think of his name. Honestly, I think of Scooby-Doo. I'm so surprised somebody haven't said that already. But there's a cartoon over here in America that's called Scooby-Doo.
Do that because all I would say from this shenanigans with Endgame is that you do wonder if they've got.
If I would I offend you guys if I start calling him Scooby-Doo? Because that's what I'm going to be calling him on this video. And then if you guys don't want me to call him Scooby-Doo, then we won't. But that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Scooby-Doo. Somebody's asleep. Let me go check on her.
The right advisors behind them, whether they've got the right people saying you should do this or you should do that. Because actually, if they'd have come out a bit, unless they actually did collude, of course, with Mr. Scobie. Is it Scobie?
Scobie.
It's funny. I have to pause it sometimes because if I'm laughing too hard, like I would feel that would be annoying to you guys. But anyway.
For some reason, I was always calling saying you should do this or you should do that. Because actually, if they'd have come out a bit, they actually did collude, of course, with Mr. Scobie. Is it Scobie?
Scobie.
For some reason, I was always calling him Scooby. But
me too.
But the point is that if it was so odd, wasn't it, when you look back at the fact that this racism thing was so big at the time, and then it kind of just disappeared and never came out in scare and
bias, and it kind of
and then essentially just sort of fell off somewhere and just kind of got smudged away. And so you do wonder if they should have actually come out and say something, because particularly when I've said it before, but their currency is being part of the royal family, and the further they retire, the less
I don't know if she was going to say it, but the more and more they move away from the royal family, the more and more that they charge at them, push blank line accusations towards the royal family, treating the country like just any old way, being disrespectful, just doing what she continues to do. The more she does it, the more away she is away from the family. The lesser listen, you can't get closer to me if you continue the trashing. And so that's what I'm trying to say. The continued vitriol that she keeps doing keeps pushing her further and further away. And that's her popularity shows in the polls. The further away she goes from the family, the further away she goes with the people. And the further that we feel that what's her relevance? What makes her special? What, putting on a nice a nice outfit that looks twisted on her, looking like a stick? Sorry, she does. And running around pretending like she's bigger than Harry. It's embarrassing to see her do that. It really is. It's starting to get a little embarrassing to see her kind of just flaunt around like she's some mega star. And the only reason why you became special, again, and I say this a lot, is because of the very thing that you are trying to decimate. And I am so for taking the titles. I didn't used to be. I am for title taking now because she continues to bring up this subject like it's a go-to subject for her to get sympathy from people. I do believe she's waiting on them, everybody to call. Are you okay? I heard about what they said in the papers about you. They didn't say nothing. Meghan just keeps bringing up a subject that she lied about back in the day, and people are sick of hearing it. And it's affecting her ability to make money. It's always affected her ability to do money. And WME, I'm sure if they're smarter than I think that they are, they would tell her, your obsession with the royal family and the way you treat them is costing you your popularity. If you change it and be nice to them, just be nice. Meghan does not even know how to just be nice. She's just wreaking havoc. Claudia and all of that, I know I keep saying them because they're the latest that think that Catherine is actually jealous of Meghan. That's that stupid stuff. It would have to show, and that doesn't show. But we do see Meghan being jealous of her, like constantly, because all she does is trash them. And how you know who the villain is in this story. You know who the perpetrator is. You know the person that's actually attacking the one or the other. Because one is not saying anything and the other one just can't stop. They're obsessed with it. They're obsessed with telling the story over and over and over again. They're obsessed with trying to defame them at any chance that they get. But she wants us to believe that they were not nice to her and that Catherine wasn't there for her during her mental health. But we know that it's not true because look how you're vitriolly just constantly on time, all the time, talking about the family for no other reason but to make yourself look like you were a victim. And you were not. But how do you start to regain that relationship with your in-laws, Meghan, if at every given chance you trash them in the media through every outlet that you could think of after you were told not to do it? I think she was going into having convulsions because she couldn't trash them anymore. And she finally was able to, and she got a relief. Thank you, Obi Scubby, for getting that out. I needed that. Now, Meghan is a media junkie, too. She wants to be in the news all the time. Not just the UK, but the United States, too. And this would be the only reason why we would talk about her in the States. But now we know that she keeps crying wolf for no other reason but for attention. Just like the 2-hour car chase. Attention. Nobody was paying attention to her moment. No one knew she was in New York for no award. The only people that knew that was the UK media. And people were trying to find out, what was she in New York in the first place? Why was she even here? Like the security people were saying during that time. They said, well, I really didn't know. I didn't know Meghan was down there, or Harry, because J-Lo and Kim Kardashian was at another show that I was at. He said, I didn't know. And he said, we know everything. In other words, she needs attention over here. And she knows she's not talented enough to come out with something that everybody's going to turn their head and look. Other than, let's talk about the royal family in a trashy way. She likes how she got that attention. She likes the attention that she got on her wedding day. She likes the attention that she got when she was first announced as his girlfriend. But the glow is gone. It is not there anymore. The hype around their reputation, their relationship, and everything is gone. It's okay. So, and she misses that. She needs that. She's craving that. And she's craving it on everybody else's expense. She doesn't care who she hurts to get it. Okay, let's get back. I hope that made sense, because there's something in her chemical process that ain't working right, that is too comfortable for her to blame like a translator for putting names in the book. It's too convenient. It's too easy for her to like not come out and do a statement. Like, no, I'm not doing that. My hands is not on it. No, but your reputation is it's gone. It's on another rocky road, because every time your name is mentioned, it's not something good and positive. And, you know, that's what WME was there for, to do positive, nice pieces about her and try to dig her out of this coma-like state of a brand that she has. And now she didn't put herself right back down in there. She may have been able to come if she had just kept herself consistent. I'm not saying she would have, but it's better than this. Okay, hold on, guys.
Their currency is being part of the royal family, and the further they retire, the less they are close to the to the warming flame.
I agree. I thought they would have come out and distanced themselves from it. But when the royal family were being told by the public, Meghan's being treated unfairly by your British press, there's racist overtones, there's misogyny, etc., the royal family didn't put out statements. And the royal family have in the past put out statements for other people, but they didn't say anything about Meghan. So maybe Meghan and Harry feel, why should we come out and defend the royal family who didn't defend us?
No, it's not about...
See, that's that dumb stuff. I don't know. Now he off. He wants to defend them again. Okay. He was one that switched over. Now he back with that dumb stuff. The king ain't got to do nothing but serve his country. That's it. He doesn't owe anyone any tit for tat gamey playing games. They put out a statement. We put out a statement. Ain't nobody putting out nothing. All they got to do is pick up the phone and call the other. It's simple. No. And all Meghan has to do is say, no, I didn't do that. And I don't understand. See, he didn't piss me. Not piss me off, but he didn't make me take it somewhere. That conversation was so stupid. It's just so stupid. It didn't make sense. Why and what, for whatever stupid reason, would Charles give any of this at the time of day, as far as like, I could see why he wouldn't say anything, but my thing is that why would he need to say anything when he didn't put it out there in the first place? He was being accused. And he owes no explanation to anything other than, okay, should we sue or not? Should we take these titles or not? Should we stop the adversary? Should we stop the blows from coming at us? Is it time, William? Is it time, Dad? Yes, it's time to stop it, because they've been doing it for years now and they won't stop. They're not going to. And then he's talking about they need to come out with a statement. This ain't no statement moment for them. This is let's figure out what we're dealing with. Because that's what they need to figure out, what level of evil this is. What level of evil is this? What else do she has to say? Because she keeps repeating herself over and over and over again. And I don't really think that Harry is sitting around caring about what his father is thinking about what color his son is going to be. I don't think so. Because he's over there in court talking about he don't have no security when he go over there to visit. Well, I heard that you do get security, but you need another level. No, you get what you get when you come over. You get protected when you come over there, period. No, he wants it anytime he gets ready to. For what? Just to have? You're not going over there to visit. Meghan's not going to let you bring the kids over there by yourself. Oh, okay, yeah, so she can be scared. You're going to lock them up in the tower and she never see them again? Oh, no. Those kids are going to be used for her special purpose. Divorce court. She is going to take this man to the ringer. It's written in stone, honey, that these two ain't going to make it. It is just not in the cards for them. Not the vitriol that she continues to put on his family. And eventually he's going to get sick of it, because he's going to realize, okay, wait a minute. Is my family really this evil? You should know, Harry, like someone said the other day, he comes from this family. It's not just a family. It's like they were almost like they're like connected as one. and they do everything together. And for one to astray, the little prodigal son, to go off with his Jezebel, he'll be back. He has nowhere else to go. When she get through spitting him out like a water gun. The games Meghan play.
Is that the royal family? It's about actually.
As soon as I think that it's not going to happen, it actually happens. I didn't see the book coming with the trash and what he was going to do with the names. And then it comes and I'm like, wow, it happened. They actually did what people were predicting.
So the sort of about distancing themselves.
Childish. Because the thing.
Yes.
But
Let's rewind what he said. Remember?
Their currency is being part of the royal family,
That
and the
stupid
further
stuff.
they
Maybe
retire,
Charles should put out a statement.
the less
No.
they are close to the sort of to the warming flame.
I agree that I thought they would have come out and distanced themselves from
Yes.
it. But when the royal family were being told by the public, Meghan's being treated unfairly by your British press, there's racist overtones, there's misogyny, etc., the royal family didn't put out a statement. And the royal family have in the past put out statements for other people, but they didn't say anything about Meghan. So maybe Meghan and Harry feel, why should we come out and defend the royal family?
You know what? Maybe he just wanted something to say. And last night when he was taking his notes and stuff, that's what he came up with, because that didn't make any sense at all. He couldn't even get the story figured out. And I get it. I get there too sometimes. But don't make it worse. I mean, it made no sense. Then they thought that Charles was going to put out. That's that game. Ain't nobody playing games with Meghan. He's running a country. He ain't got time to be, okay, let's wait until she put out a statement. Once she put out a statement, then we'll put out, maybe they're waiting for her to put out ain't nobody waiting on nothing from Meghan. They expect what they get. The shock of it all. No, and King Charles doesn't have time for the shenanigans. He told them what he was about. He said, your grandkids will judge you. And not just that, people will judge you in history. What are you going to tell them? How you betrayed the family. Because it's no excuse for it. So when you start excusing your behavior to your kids, then they're going to believe that they can do that exact same thing. So Dad, you wrote about me. I'm going to write a book about you and Mom. No, honey, no, that wouldn't be a good idea. No, you did it. I want to talk about what you and your brand. Remember, we went through all that branding when you and Dad left. Poor kids can't even see their grandkids and their family. They can't see their family because of this evil stuff that's going on over there in Montecito. Okay.
No, it's not about defending the royal family. It's about actually sort of.
See, we can't even. She said it's not about the royal family. See, we have to move on from that.
Sort of about distancing themselves.
Childish. Because the thing is, claims of racism are extremely damaging.
They didn't even acknowledge his question, his statement.
And the thing is, if they
Defend the royal family who didn't defend
No,
us.
it's not about defending the royal family. It's about actually sort of about distancing themselves.
childish. Because the thing is, claims
Very.
of racism are extremely damaging. And
Very.
the thing is, if they knew for sure that someone had made.
I said it the other day, claiming and saying and pointing a finger about someone. I was going to tell you an episode that I had, but I don't want to talk about that because it's depressing. And it happened, and you know when it happened. You're not confused because it hurts. It's a hurtful feeling. And you feel betrayed. You feel... Okay, I'll call her back. My little sister. You feel all kinds of things, you know? And so for Meghan to just be throwing it out there and saying that, it's almost like the reverse. Like, I'm sure they're hurt that she accused them of such a thing. And then it's an accusation. That is in her ding dong interpretation of it. And so how can Iman and Tessa and the rest of them say that it's racism if it's subjective to a conversation? That it wasn't. That it was on the basis of curiosity maybe, and so on and so on. But to just flat out and say that whatever the conversation was racist, that's immature. It's very immature and wrong. Yes. Meghan has done a faux pas, or she has messed up again. She is in trouble again. New York City car chase, worse than that, all over again. She has accused 2 members of the royal family of being racist. We're still dealing with the shock behind it. Then I'm telling you, I don't know when we're gonna hit. I do believe that this story isn't over. It isn't. As much as Harry would like to talk about his court cases and all that other stuff. No, this one will be talked about and continue to talk, especially in the UK. Now, the United States is waiting on her next gig. What are you going to do? You already said this is how they think over here, because I'm thinking it. Okay, so you already said that you felt it was racism, which, it's subjective. You don't know, whatever. And then you're going to go back and talk about it. And then you're going to name them to start a whole new conjured up to-do about it. But even though you named the 2, it didn't matter to us, whoever you named. After you told us, we were like, oh, okay, that's that stupid stuff. Then this is how I went into the whole situation part of it. Because I'm not shocked that it happened. I'm shocked at how they did the little twisty thing. I'm not shocked behind the fact that she did it. I forgot what I was saying. I should have just kept talking. Oh, sorry. Shoot. No. It doesn't matter who you accused. They're all one. When you accuse them, you accuse the royal people too. When you accuse King Charles and Catherine, you accuse William, his kids, and everyone. And Eugene and all of them, because they all feel the grunt and the brunt of, we're one. That's what I'm trying to say. They are one. They are not splitty-doo. They are one. They are together. And so when she attacked them two, she attacked them all. So they don't really see it as just them two. No. And so my point is that it happened already. And just because she named these 2 didn't make it a shocker, because she already said it on the Oprah show. So we were like, oh, is that the 2? Okay, moving on. Okay, hold on.
Meghan wasn't there when these comments were made. Claims of racism are extremely damaging. And the thing is, if they knew for sure that someone had made those racist comments, because Meghan wasn't there when these comments were made allegedly, it was only Harry.
Meghan wasn't even there. Recollections may vary. That's the thing. You was not even there. And if I'm not in a room and someone's saying something about me or whatever, and I'm not getting the story correctly from that one person that's telling me that was in the room, then I'm going to go and ask the other people that were in the room, well, what actually happened? Because so-and-so said this happened. Point in case. Harry's in a room with, I guess, Catherine and King Charles, which was stupid. And then she said, what color is the baby's going to be? We're concerned. That's not what happened. I'm going to tell you what I think happened. See, I'm just... Too much. I hope you got what I said. I do. Rewind it if you didn't understand it, because I was going to explain it again, but then I started thinking of something else. But just rewind it, because I forgot. I did. And I don't even want to think about how I'll figure out to get that back, because I went way too deep. All I do know is that, here it is, she wasn't in the room. Meghan was not in the room, but Harry was in the room. So Harry's like, oh, I hope it's not ginger. Why wonder is it going to be ginger? Oh, it might be cream like Meghan or something. Who knows? Whatever. Meghan gets the conversation. She says, oh, that was racist. Then she gets on the Oprah show and she says it. But why didn't you go? How do you know it was racism? Because Harry, I'm sure, didn't tell you the story like that. I'm sure he told you exactly how the story went. That, oh yeah, I joked about how it might be ginger, and then they said something about, oh, it might be creamy like Meghan. Then Meghan takes it and twisted it and starts making titles and security and how it was going to be an issue because he was chocolate. She changes the story. But if you wasn't sure about how your husband was having that conversation with you, then why didn't you go and have that conversation with the two people that was actually in the room with your husband to make sure you were clear on the conversation before you got on the Oprah show telling us about it and defaming someone without giving them the opportunity to defend themselves? Because everybody doesn't know about the convert and unvert, all these different kind of racisms. They don't. I'm learning them too. All I know is one, and like I said, guys, okay, let's go.
I think it would have been important for the person to own up to it, because now, from what we're seeing as the public, there were no racist comments made. Because even if JJ and I had a kid, they were like, "What does the kid look like?"
What is it gonna look like, JJ?
You know what I mean? It's not rare to question what a child of a religion is.
But here's what I'm saying though. But we're interpolating things here. Meghan and Harry have not come out and said to me was racist. Omid Scobie has. So why would Meghan start?
See, he just like that Sussex squad, that BS. He put the names in the book. He wanted us to know the headlines say racist. And if it wasn't that, then why didn't they come out and say that, oopsie daisy, we're sorry. We never meant for that to happen. Neither OB's squad is doing that, and neither is Meghan's squad doing that. None of them is owning up to anything other than they didn't put it in there. And they sorry that it happened this way. So stop Sussex squad trying to sneak this stupid stuff in there.
Honest, because the comment.
Let's let them say it again.
But here's what we're saying though. But we're interpolating things here. Meghan and Harry have not come out and said to me was racist.
So he sound just like Harry when he was like, Meghan never said we were racist. Did you ever hear her say that it was racist? That's him using that same line. No, they did say it. They did. If they didn't say it, then why don't neither one? Omid Scobie can come out and say it. I never said that she was racist. He did. He put it in a book and he told us who said it.
Yes. So why would
look like? Let alone if I had a kid with, I don't know, you. You know what I mean? It's not rare to question what a child of a religion is.
But here's what we're saying though. But we're interpolating things here. Meghan and Harry have not come out and said to me was racist. Omid Scobie has. So why would Meghan's star be tarnished? Because the comment.
Because he wrote their autobiography.
This is great for Scobie because he's got so much relevance from this. He's dominated the headlines. He's got no other story to tell, no other book to write. So he's going to keep this going and going and going. It's a complete non-story when you look at what's going on in the rest of the world, but we're still talking about it. So he is the ultimate winner.
Well, this is our entertainment.
Pick one. It's had incredibly poor sales in this country, and I don't think in America people particularly care about Omid Scobie in this book. The new agents that Meghan has,
he said it. We don't care.
It's easier to name people who are not.
We don't care about his book. Maybe if he had said it, maybe if Meghan had just came out in the beginning and said it, then we would have cared. We don't care no more because they keep crying wolf.
Them, the people who have the biggest celebrities in the US. All you got to do to make her famous, put her in a room with The Rock. Put her in a room with Mariah Carey. Put her in with any of the celebrities. She's going to do just fine.
She is kind. She is money.
All right, guys, I'm out. I've already done the one where he was lying, so I got that one out. A little bit of his court case information as well. If I come back tonight, guys, I would love to see you. In the meantime, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, I don't know if we can reach 5,000 in 2 weeks. That will be a miracle. But hey, you never know. Kisses. And guess what? I did talk to my friend today, and we are getting StreamYard hooked up and VPN, and we're going to be live. She also said that I can invite you guys, some of you guys in to speak or chat or do a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm so excited about where my channel is going to be. But like I said, in the beginning, I'm going to be trying to get my my office set up to get ready to go to work, because I want to be working by the first of the year. So kisses to all of you. Thank you.